Welcome to my floor. This is the only space I have that's big enough to unbox things, put things together, and have these giant boxes on without having to put giant stands for cameras. I've got the GoPro there, I got my camera there, so there'll be two angles on this. This is the Toolb0x, and the O on the box is actually a number. How clever, very creative, and it came in a fairly destroyed box. Luckily, everything inside is actually in really good condition. I have opened it up just to check, and let's start off. This is basically a rack unit that'll allow you to build your own servers into it and hold it. It's got a whole bunch of spaces in there to let airflow through. So let's have a quick look at some of the pieces. This is supposed to be very DIY friendly, so it means I should be able to put it together. I've got a piece here. There are some clips over here, I'm guessing, that yep, that can come out. I might just do that just in case. It might be a little bit loud, guys, so get ready. We'll put that to the side. We've got one of the sides, I'm guessing. At some point, I might need to check on some instructions. This is the other side with a similar little wall thing here. So let's take that out. Again, put that to the side, and that'll be the other side. Here is one of the other sides with nice grill here. If you have magnetic dust things, you can put a dust cover on this. It could help. I don't see anything here. It's steel, it's wobbly. Let's keep going. Same for this side over here. This has probably for a door. Yeah, it looks like it's for a door. Yep. And this one's much stronger. It's reinforced, which is good. And then we've got another piece over here, metal bit here. That's probably going to be one of those. Yep. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. This is. You know, I was reading through the website who this is for, and I feel like this is for your enthusiast. It's for your small business owner who is an enthusiast, I think. We've got some wheels, so you can transport this around very easily. Plastic, not too bad. Look like they're in good nick. Pretty smooth, so we'll put those to the side. We'll put them on probably last. We've got all the screws, and yes, there is a key lock thing right here. I wonder what side that goes onto. We've got a whole bunch of screws, and the mounts, these little box ones, are the ones to actually mount, I'm guessing, the servers. I haven't put one of these together before. I usually have the giant Dell towers I've worked with in the past. I would just slot in blades and things like that, Dell blades into it, and since then I haven't really had to put these together, but I've always had to chase these little bits in here to actually put the racks on. This must be somewhere on the inside to give it a bit more strength, maybe, or underneath. Put that to the side. There we go. There are the rack bits. These are the bits. So that little square will go in here, and that'll allow us to slot in our server rack units in there. So this is solid metal. Everything is really solid metal. It seems in very good condition. Oh, hey, I found a screw. Just two screws flying around. And this is another one of the sides. And yes, we've got an instruction. So I guess we're gonna follow it. By the way, I've got the shakes because I literally just fell off a electric skateboard that I'm supposed to be reviewing. So my hands are like shaking. I think the adrenaline's kicking in. So excuse that. So where do we start? Number one. Okay, cool. Easy as. So let's get building and let's put this together, and then I'll actually let you know how much time passes. We have this rack right here. And if we look at the picture, it looks like this is like that. Like so. There we go. That matches the picture. Two little holes here will be facing away from us. Okay. So we need one of these. And it doesn't matter which way they go, but they must be going right here somehow. They've got little screws right there. And we've got another one. I was just about to pinch zoom this, but you can't pinch zoom this. And we've got another one here like so. And that seems to be the up and down rails, I'm guessing. The question is, what screws do you use? Let's just unlock this box. Okay, so it doesn't say what screws, but I'm guessing it's going to be one of these. So what we'll do, we might have to test it out, and I'll let you know which one it is. That's one side done. Grab the other side, do the same thing. It's on the third one. There we go, that's done. And now we need this bit here, which has that bit right there, and it does not have a metal bit underneath. So you'll see that over here on the back of this photo, there's no metal bit here. So this is the one that goes under here. Now, because the rack is going to come in the doorway here, I'm guessing, this is a very good guess, I hope, that this goes this way. And I think it does. And so we're going to take these screws here, which I'm guessing are the ones that actually go here. Yep, tapping screws. It's the same little screws. I'll put a photo of them up in a second. Nothing required on the other side, it looks. It's just the front. Take this side too. Put that in. There we go. That's in. That's one bit. And then the one that goes on top, it looks like this one right here is the top one. As you can see, it's got this metal bar at the bottom, so that goes on top. So we can just chuck it on top there, I'm guessing. There we go, there's one side. It's got to bang in it a little bit more. There we go, look at that. That's one end. And then we've got a bunch of screws we need to tap in right here at the top. And then I'm guessing we turn this around here. There are two more screws here, 1, 2. You can do your cables through here. You can break this out, nice little soft metal bit there. And now we can put on the rest of the pieces. Now this, I think, is actually the door, so that'll go in the front. But since we have the back open, we can put the back on it right away. So this allows you to hang this actual thing on a wall. So this is really good for it, but if you don't need it, obviously you're not going to use it, this metal bit. Now this was on it, but you're going to take it off, but it was a good way to know this was actually the top bit. And let's screw this one in. There are 4 screws. So the top doesn't have the 4 holes for the wheels, and while we have it here, we might as well put the wheels in, hey? No, I forgot to do these ones. At the bottom. To make it a little bit stronger. Alrighty. That's pretty cool. Now these sides can go in. I'm guessing they can go in like so. There we go, that's one side. And grab the other side. There we go. And now we can do the door, which to be honest is probably the easiest part. But before we do that, there is one thing we can add, and that is this little bit right here. And that's just your shelf that when you put it on just gives it a little bit extra strength. Now, I'm not going to add this just yet because I don't know where the actual server rack is going to go. I'm thinking I'm going to put it right at the top and then have space for things at the bottom here. Now, before we do the door, we have to do 2 more screws up here. There we go, makes it a little bit stronger. We've got screws here, screws there, 2 screws here, 2 screws here, 4 screws on the top, 1 screw on the bottom of each side, and everything is really solid. So now let's do the door. So you can have the door any way you want to. I'm thinking I'm gonna have it open up this way. So I'm gonna put the key in, or actually the lock bit. So it fits right on there snugly, and you wanna, well, we don't know which way it is open right now or locked, but let's have a quick look. So we put the key in, and now it's unlocked, and now it's locked. So let's leave it. And on the other side, we will put in, the way you put it down is that little scratchy bit will go onto the metal. So once it actually tightens on, it'll scratch it up and really cling to it really well. There we go. It's just not gonna go in, is it? What it looks like is that this hole right here is a little bit too small for this part right here. Now, none of the holes actually fit this little part. Obviously, it goes in like that, like that's the obvious part. But it seems to me this hole has been drilled a little bit too small for whatever this is. Now, there's no point removing that. That's very difficult. and the pivot for it should probably be on here, the top bit holding the weight of the door, so it should actually go into here, but it doesn't. The hole is again too small on this side too, so we might need to make this hole a little bit bigger. Okay, I think this will be just enough. Oh, it's perfectly sized to this. So since this is so DIY, I think this requires a slight modification. Now, I'm always the first to just go modifying things, so... And let's have a quick gaze. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we can just put this one in and shut it. On the wheels so it doesn't scratch. There we go. Look at that. We have a door. Now, it's not perfect for some strange reason, you know, it's a little bit lower. It could just be the whole thing not being particularly straight. Now, for $195, this is actually not bad. I'm worried about the door. The door is the only thing that bothers me, but it seems to me like the value is really in its flexibility. You can kind of customize this as you want because it's just metal, really. Yeah, that seems to be just a little bit off, and I wonder if I just re-screw everything, it'll be fine. As you can see, it's in a very good nick, traveling all the way from China, I'm guessing. These guys are in Adelaide. Let's do a quick walkthrough. We have the door here. Obviously, there's a lock, which is kind of cool, makes it really good. And as mentioned, it just doesn't quite line up here, but because I think I can adjust the metal, it should be all right. We have it open. We've got the racks centered right here. The shelf is right here. We've got lots and lots of airflow everywhere. On top here, on obviously the front and the back right here. We've got ways to hang this on a wall, which is pretty cool. This piece right here actually allows you to do that. So you get that on the wall and then you just, yeah, slide it on. And of course, we've got some ways to manage cables. We've got a little bit at the bottom here that you can remove and manage cables through here, and at the top. Now, you could probably make your own holes. This is, well, I would say this is a DIY dream. It's nice thin metal that allows you to basically put cables through wherever you want. But I think I'm gonna pull them through the bottom because there is a large enough gap with the wheels, and that allows me to do it. Now, everything was put together for about, I don't know, 36 minutes altogether. That's how long I was recording. So obviously it's going to be cut down for the video. Now, the most exciting thing is going to be actually the server build, and that is, I'm so excited. I'm going to be moving my Plex and NAS server into what they call the hoarder, and it's got a whole bunch of hard drives and all sorts of cool things. We're going to talk in more detail about all the parts, all about reusing old bits and pieces. So for $195, you can get this box to then fit probably 1-2 of these hoarders. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure to subscribe. Check out this server box. Links below to their website. Content Inceptions. These guys have sent this for pretty much review, I guess, and building. So thank you very much. I think it's really, really cool, and I've never really owned a little portable, I guess, server rack, so I'm really happy with this, and it definitely fits into an enthusiast home or a small business. So guys, stay tuned for the next video.